Hello friends, back to my channel Lemon Coders. This is a code beta part 2 of this video. If you haven't watched the part 1 of this video, I will put the link in the description and the I button. You can click on there and check that video. I would highly recommend to watch part 1 before coming to this. And if you find this video helpful, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to apply for more off-campus drives, you can check out my channel Lemon Coders. I have made videos on them. You will find the apply link in the description of each video. So this is some code with FAQs that you guys are having some doubts. So I am reading these FAQs and trying to explain this because this is very long page and some students have been difficulties about this. So how to register? The register process is same for India and global participants. If you check that the registration form, there will be India and outside India. So you have to fill up basically a form consisting of first name, last name, email, your college, etc., mobile number, etc. And then that is the registration. It is very simple and you can do it easily. Like you have to again verify your email, and that's it. You have done with the registration. If you come back to welcome page after starting answer the coding problems, it is absolutely okay. And you have not to attempt the questions in serial order. You can attempt any order as per your comfort. You can see the languages, list of languages are given in the intercompiler. And if I move to the question number 2 without submitting question number 1, does the timer continue for question number 1? Yes, the timer will be continuing for question number 1. So that is the thing. The time is fixed for every question, so you can utilize it as per your wish. There will be 6 programming challenges in round 1 and 8 programming challenges in round 2 and 10 programming challenges in final round. So this is the number of questions. Generally the first 2 questions are easy, so the last 4 questions are difficult, and the difficulty order is from easy to moderate to hard. And if you have referred or used a code from the internet, you have to declare the same. Yes, before you submit your code, you will get an option. I would like to provide attribution to the following sources, and you are free to refer to other material, but you need to declare the source code. If you are using your code from other site like Geeks for Geeks or Codeforces or something else, somewhere else, you have to declare it and clearly state that I am using this source, and you have to provide attribution to the source. Where can I check the status of questions submitted by me? For private test cases, in private test case submissions tab, and for public test cases in public test case submission tab, you can check how many test cases you have cleared. So that's the way you can check the status of your every question. If I close your browser, will the code written to be saved in the system? If you close your browser, you will lose the work. There is no, your code will not be saved. And you can also save your code in a local file. If that works, you can do a maybe open a notepad or editor and write your code and save it there. How long before a session will expire? If you are not active on the system for more than 15 minutes, the session will expire. So make sure you are not idle with your system. I closed my browser without logging out. I am unable to log in. Your session is still live on CodeBeta servers if you do not log out. Hence you will get an user already logged in message. Your session will expire 15 minutes of inactivity, after which you will be able to log in again. What is the purpose of code attribution? If a website or an URL has been useful in arriving at a solution to the code beta problem, then it is imperative that the precise source should be cited. Please give precise URLs of all codes are used. If a precise URL is not provided, the code might be considered plagiarized. And if a code is considered plagiarized, you might be get disqualified, and your participation will be revoked. So there is some answer statuses. While solving the problem, you can come across this. on the compile time error. If you have any syntax error or semantic errors, then compile time error occurs. And runtime error. Runtime error is that if your suppose segmentation fault or memory leak and systematic fault, submitted program faults, these are the runtime error which are not held in compile time error. There is some systemic faults, submitted program faults, time limit exceeded. Within the time limit, if your execution does not complete, then you will be receiving time limit exceeded. Memory limit exceed within the specified memory. If your code doesn't work, then it will be memory limit exceeded. If your wrong answer is, if you are giving wrong answer to a program, output is wrong, then it will be wrong answer. Accepted means the program is absolutely correct, then it will be accepted and you can move to the next question. Presentation error is your program output differs from the expected output by a white space character. Suppose some spaces are there, then it will be presentation error and that will be still be a accepted status. So you can again move to the next problem. There will be some public test cases like for examples and private test cases which will be hidden, and your program will be written such a manner that the private test cases also passed, then only it will be in a accepted state. So these are the some questions that about TCS Code Beta. If this video is helpful to you, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. If you are willing to apply for more off-campus companies, you can check out my channel Lemon Coders. I have made videos on them. You can check out those and apply. Thank you for watching.